All right, guys, some breaking news out of Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers are, in fact, looking to trade Jaire Alexander. Now, this is news we were kind of all waiting for. We were all expecting. I released a video yesterday going over what Brian Gutekunst said at his press conference before the Combine. And when asked about Jaire Alexander and if he'd be in Green Bay next year, he said, quote, "We'll see. We're working through that. He certainly could be. We got to get him out there more." Not being able to be out there at his best has frustrated him, and that has obviously frustrated our football team too. So even after just that comment, I was sitting here going, that doesn't seem like a GM that is going to keep this player on your team, a player that's under contract for the next 2 seasons. Then today, just a couple minutes ago, Ian Rappaport put out the official report that the Packers have had trade conversations centered around star cornerback Jaire Alexander, and they are open to moving him for the right price. Alexander, still just 28 and a 2-time Pro Bowler, is considered to be the most decorated cornerback available. So it seems very likely at this point that Brian Gutekunst's first ever draft pick as general manager as the Green Bay Packers will be traded here in the near future. Now, I think we kind of all saw this coming. Jaire's played in less than 40% of the potential games over the last 2 seasons, and he's simply been riddled with injuries. Now, it's unfortunate. We know Jaire wants to play. We know what type of player he can be when out on the football field. He can be an all-pro cornerback, but he simply hasn't been able to be out on the field. And when you tie that in to his salary cap and his contract, the Packers gave him that 4-year, $84 million extension, and his salary cap hit was set to be in 2024, $23.5 million, and also moving up the next 2 seasons. In 2025, set to be nearly $25 million, and then in 2026, moving up to $27.3 million. So Jaire was due, just around 8 to 9% of the total salary cap, yet he was only playing in less than 40% of the games. And bringing up his contract on the screen just to show you what it would cost the Packers, more importantly, another team to go and trade for Jaire Alexander here. I would assume they want to get a trade done soon, so Brian Gutekunst can get more draft capital for this upcoming draft. He talked about it yesterday. He expects to have more than his 8 picks he's at right now, and I would assume he meant, hey, I'm going to get some picks for Jaire Alexander. And as we see here, the Packers would incur $18.1 million in dead money and save $6.8 million off the salary cap if they traded him before June 1st, which seems very likely at this point. Now, what's important is another team trading for Jaire Alexander, unless the Packers pick up more of his contract or more of his money, they are on the hook for $17.1 million at least this season. So a team trading for Jaire not only has to give up draft capital, but then take on a $17.1 million cap hit. So that in itself, and the fact that Jaire Alexander has had a ton of injuries the past couple of seasons, definitely lowers his value. When you look at the cornerback market and what cornerbacks are being paid, the average per year, Jaire is actually third, averaging $21 million per year. Now, again, his cap hit when acquired by another team will be at $17.1 million, putting him right around Lenoir here of the 49ers. So it's still an expensive cornerback, and a team acquiring Jaire is going to have to give up draft capital. I don't think the Packers are going to get a premium pick. I think it could be a mid to late round pick due to the contract implications that come with it. That's just my honest opinion. I know a lot of people are going to go, oh, nothing less than a second round. No team's going to offer a second round pick. I would be very, very shocked if a team offered a second round pick for an injured player with a $17 million cap hit. But overall, it's unfortunate to watch Jaire go. One of my favorite Packers players in recent history on that defense. He brought a ton of energy to this defense, was a leader on this defense, and when he was on the field, he was one of the most fun cornerbacks to watch in the entire NFL. And his time in Green Bay will definitely be remembered. The great times will definitely be remembered, and I wish him all the best with whatever team he ends up on, and hopefully the Packers can get some type of return and hopefully replace, the production for at least when Jaire was on the field with upcoming free agency and draft. Of course, guys, let me know your thoughts on all this down in the comments below. It's something that we all saw coming. I thought Jaire played his last snap in the green and gold at this point, and that seems very, very likely right now. But I appreciate you guys coming by to the video. Go down, click subscribe if you're a new viewer and want to stay in the loop with everything Green Bay Packers. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.